This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I have set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons, especially the day that thou stoodest before Yahweh thy God in Horeb, when Yahweh said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect the Lord will have mercy on in these last days. Shalom. I'm the brother Dama Agabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right. And this is what, Yahweh gave to the Israelites, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is statutes and judgments, that were supposed to separate us from the nations, to make us high above, and highly regarded and looked at as a wise and understanding and a righteous and a holy people. The Lord made us to be separate from all of these heathen nations so that we can be set apart, so that we can be a righteous and holy nation, man. You see, and part of the commandment was that we were supposed to keep these all the days of our lives and teach them to our children and our children's children. But as we know, we rebelled, we disobeyed, we found ourselves, now instead of being a wise and understanding people, now we're the bottom of the barrel here in Babylon, the great America, man. Now we're ratchet. Now we're a people looked down upon, a people who are uncouth, people who are violent, murderers, just a bunch of goddamn rebellious, degenerates, man. And I say this because, I was reading this article and I was going through a bunch of clips on YouTube, just looking at the ratchet behavior of Jake on, at Jake on these Carnival cruises. You see, and now Carnival Cruise don't even want you ninjas on their ships anymore. And I don't blame them. You see, and this is why we say black fatigue is a real thing. It's these niggas, man, 2/3, as we like to call them. And like I read in that Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, the Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments. He made us separate. He made us a more righteous and excellent people, to all these other nations. But now we see the results of us being disobedient and not applying the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High to make us a wise and understanding people. And this Carnival Cruise behavior is just another prime example of what happens now that our people have forsaken the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see, I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm not talking about white Jesus. I'm talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because I guarantee you, a lot of these black customers that are on these Carnival cruises, and I'm not going to play the video, just go on YouTube and watch them. These niggas are on those Carnival cruise ships like straight animals, man. And you got all those good white folks. No, I'm just joking. But, you got all these people basically stuck on a boat on a ship floating in the middle of the ocean, trapped with these monsters, man, with these uncouth beast-like 400. You got 400-pound black women looking like Rasputia with wigs on and two pieces, drunk, they sneaking weed on the goddamn boats. They're bringing their speakers. They're blasting that ratchet ghetto ass music in front of children. And remember, people, save their hard earned money to go on these Carnival cruise ships to relax, to be on vacation. But these niggas is bringing the hood to these Carnival cruises. And now Carnival Cruise is saying, look, they're making new rules to get you niggas off of these ships. And I don't blame them, man, because nobody want niggas around. Nobody want uncouth, bestial, fat, skinny, nigga women on there with purple hair, twerking all over the goddamn place, bumping that sexy red, my booty hole brown, playing drill music in front of, little kids and shit, And them niggas is, I saw one video, the nigga woman snuck a goddamn gun on the goddamn ship, which show you that niggas, you can't take niggas nowhere, man. They fighting, they drunk, they brawling all over the goddamn place, they arguing, It's just they literally are trapped on the ship with these uncouth 2/3 niggas, man. And this is why we say, hey, 2/3 of you niggas just need to go. All right. Hey, and now Carnival Cruise is making it to where, hey, this behavior is not going to be tolerated. And basically, they don't want you niggas aboard their ships. And I don't blame them. They don't need your business, man. They'll be just fine without your business. And now you got these niggas. They don't like black people. No, they don't. Nobody likes niggas, man. Nobody likes a nigga. A wild, ratchet, stank, ghetto. You don't know how to act. Can't take niggas nowhere. Nobody wants you on their ships. And guess what? They don't need your business. I guarantee you. Now that they're making these new rules and you niggas ain't going to be there, hey, they're going to be just fine, man. It's going to be a lot more peaceful, It's going to be a lot more peaceful, lot less loud, no more fights, no more brawls. I guarantee you the nastiness on those ships is out of this world. They were saying these niggas be leaving their kids unattended all on the ship. And the amount of STDs that's being passed on those ships amongst these jakes is just completely, it's just off the chain, man. I don't blame them for not wanting you niggas on these boards of these ships, man. Which shows you just how far our people have rebelled against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this article is more proof of just how destroyed and how degenerate our people are. But let me get this first, all right? So the Lord said he gave us law, statutes, and commandments to make us a very, wise and understanding people. But we see the result of what Jake is. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. It says, hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai have spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. And what have they rebelled from? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. These laws and commandments and judgments and these scriptures that are to make us a wise and understanding people. All right. Hey, the things that are written within the scriptures, which our people constantly hate, they constantly rebel against. But at the same time, they'll tell you, oh, I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. Well, show you there's a bunch of goddamn hypocrites, because if you truly love the Lord, then you would move and walk after the patterns of the Lord. And guess what? The Lord, when he was on the scene, he was obedient to these law, statutes, and these judgments. It's a book, just, it's wisdom that gives us do's and don'ts. It's just a way to move and to behave, to make you a high class, high royal, minded person, individual for you. And you're supposed to teach your children and your children's children. But our people have rebelled against the ways of the Most High. And look at them now. This is why they are the way that they are. This is why they act the way they act. This is why they do the things that they do. Because ultimately, the first thing that's not within our people is the fear of the Most High. And if they had the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai within them, they wouldn't do the stupid shit that they do. They wouldn't sneak pistols on Carnival cruise ships. They wouldn't be trying to sneak weed on the goddamn planes and all type of other drugs, I'm sure. They wouldn't be loud and obnoxious, entitled the way that they are. The women wouldn't be out there everywhere they go with their ass cheeks hanging out, with their titties poking out. Men wouldn't be out there with their pants sagging, throwing up gang signs, And when I was watching those videos, all you saw was, every time it was a brawl and there was a fight and there was shit going on, all you saw were these men with their dreadlocks swinging all over the goddamn place, man. Which those goddamn dreadlocks go back to pagan gods. Those Jiva shots, it goes back to the gods of Elam. That's not part of our culture. And then what? And then they're on there. Now they're banning speakers because you got them niggas on the ships. People trying to relax in the sun, enjoy the sounds of the ocean. Niggas is just blasting sexy red. All these niggas with 1,000 niggas on there with 1,000 different speakers blasting this loud, obnoxious, ratchet, disgusting music, man. Hey, good for Carnival Cruise for getting you niggas off of their ships, man. And you got the nigga woman, well, we just go somewhere else. No, you ain't going nowhere else, because all these Carnival cruise ships are going to adopt these same rules to keep you fucking niggas off, man. Excuse my language. But this is why, well, I'll get it. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. See? It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. And that's what Jake is. They're a sinful nation, and they're laden with iniquity, which is what? Sin upon sin. Because why? They don't fear the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They don't adhere to these laws, statutes, and these judgments and the things that are written within the scriptures, which were given to us, for our embetterment. You see, Jake rebels against that because what? Because when they adhere to the ways of the Most High, you can't be a nigga. You can't be ratchet. You can't be a whore, a slut, a homosexual, a transgender, a deadbeat father, a deadbeat mother. Women have to be dressed. You can't have your ass cheeks hanging out. You can't have your pants hanging off your ass, man. Your children would be in order. Your houses would be in order. You would be in order. But that's why our people continuously rebel against the Most High, because it requires discipline and obedience and order. And that's kryptonite to a nigga. It says a seed of evildoers. Like I said, you had the nigga woman literally bring a pistol upon a goddamn ship because you know why? Because she's looking to get into some shit. Because she knows she eventually some shit was going to pop off, because you can't take niggas anywhere. It says a children that are corrupters, right? And how and these mothers and these fathers that are uncouth, that are animals, they end up corrupting their children with that same behavior. Because I saw some little demonic little children on there dancing when they blasting that nasty ghetto ass music. I can only imagine the shit that them little kids was in there doing to the other little kids. It says they have forsaken Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they are gone backwards. And that's why Carnival crews don't want you niggas on their ship, because you're gone backwards, ultimately against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and it's ultimately destroying you, man. It's not benefiting you. It's not helping you. When you niggas going to wake up to the fact that there's something wrong with something wrong, with black culture. And these niggas still want to uplift black culture and embrace it and act as if it's just some beautiful thing. It's not. It's evil. It's ugly. It's dirty. It's filthy. It needs to be ultimately, and it's getting ready to be addressed. Hey, that's why Trump is talking about deporting a lot of you niggas out of America, man. Because of your violence, your wickedness. Hey, and it's getting ready to be addressed by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai pretty soon, man. The stage is being set. And I'm going to show you that. It says, why should you be stricken anymore? Right. What's the point of you being punished for what you're doing? It says you will revolt more and more. And that's the spirit of a nigga, man. To revolt, to be rebellious, and especially against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, they're even rebelling against the prophets and the men of the Lord. We see all these videos they're making, the Hebrew Israelites, and they're this and they're hateful, they're this, they're that. But then, not understanding that what we're doing is coming as the mouthpiece of the Most High. We're trying to clean you up. We're trying to lead you back into the path of being obedient to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, applying these laws, statutes, and commandments, of course, to the best of your ability. But you see, but Jake don't even want to do it because they're rebellious, and Jake don't even want to attempt to do it to see how it will clean up your lives, man. How it could change your behaviors. It'll change the way you think, what you eat, how you move, what you say, how you treat one another. You see, but Jake, they don't want to hear that. So the more we tell these women, hey, you need to cover yourself. You need to be women. Tell the men, pull your pants up. Stop being, you can't be in these gangs. Stop being so emotional. When we tell them that, they hate it. So what does it cause them to do? To resort more to that behavior, to buck up even more, to fight even more against, the counsel and the wisdom of the Most High. Turns them into more demons, more demonic, more rebellious. You see? It says, you will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. Right. 2/3 of these niggas are through. Hey, this is why the Most High has he has a remnant that's going to wake up. That's going to get it. That's going to clean up their act. That's going to return back to the Lord and be obedient, But the rest of 2/3, hey, just forget about them. It says, from the sole of the foot even into the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. And if you want to see this in live action, go watch the behavior of these niggas on this Carnival cruise. And like I said, that's just one aspect. Just watch Jake in the Hood. Go on World Star Hip Hop. Just look at Jake as a people in their environment, man. This is what you see. This sickness, man. These wounds, these bruises, these putrefying sores. This is all you see upon Jake and the way that they move and how they conduct themselves, man. All right, they have a continuous disease that's going to eventually be checked by the Most High in the form of Jake being destroyed. It says they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. And what is ultimately the ointment? How can these wounds be bound up? Is by coming back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Applying these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Now, of course, we're not saying that these laws can save you, but damn, at least apply them, Jake. Bring them into your life and utilize them with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you'll see a huge change in your life. But 2/3 don't want to do that. They don't want to be healed. They don't want to be cured. They just want to be fucking niggas. And 2/3, man. It says, your country is desolate, your cities are burnt with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in the garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. It says, except Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. You see? And this is ultimately, like I said, hey, the water Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai for the elect, man. Because if it wasn't for the elect, all Israel, we would all be destroyed, man. We will all be in this situation as the rest of these 2/3 are. All right. Let me read a little bit of this. All right. It says black customers. See, that's exactly what they are. Black. Like Elder Malcolm said, whenever you put black in front of a people, it means dirty, sullied, no wisdom, no understanding, unwanted. It's just everything negative. And that's exactly what they are. And everybody that's outraged about this, they are black. And they're 2/3, man. It says black customers outraged by new Carnival cruise line rules limiting ghetto behavior. And what did I just say? Our people hate rules, especially the rules and knowledge and wisdom, do's and don'ts of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. How much more, of a Carnival cruise line telling them that? And like I said, I saw videos where these niggas said, well, we'll just find a new cruise carnival. You see, instead of Jake being like, damn, they right. Maybe, we doing too much. Maybe we're just out of control. Maybe we need to tone it down a little bit. No. Now these niggas are going to revolt more and more, and they're going to go to it trying to find a new cruise line where they can double down on this wicked, nasty, stank-ass behavior. Hey, I really wish they would get an all-black cruise ship line and let all those ratchet niggas get on that boat and let that shit sink to the bottom of the ocean, man. That'd be the best thing for their asses, man. But just shows you the rebellion and the wickedness of our people. It says the fatigue is real. And it is real. We tired of niggas. And we tired of Edomites too. We tired of all these goddamn people, man. But especially you niggas, man. It says, in recent years, the unwritten rule among most vacation goers interested in a week-long cruise was to stay far away from boats with cheap tickets. Why? Well, no one has been allowed to say why publicly, but the mountain of video evidence on social media sends the message loud and clear. A certain subset of black customers cause big problems and ruin everyone else's peace. And that's what niggas do. You can't take niggas anywhere, man. They don't know how to act. You can't take niggas who ain't never been out of the hood and then offer them cheap tickets to go on a cruise line and thinking they're going to go there and act civilized, man. These are an uncivilized and uncouth a bunch of animals, man. And yeah, now you got these crackers and these other nations trapped on a boat for a week with these animals, man. Like I said, just go watch some of the videos of how these niggas are in this crew. I saw this big fat black 300-pound woman was sitting in her wrong seat and she refused to move, which shows you the entitlement of niggas, man, to the point to where they had to get two big ass dudes. She wouldn't move. They had to pick her up one by the legs and one under her armpits and drag her big fat ass out of the seat that she wasn't assigned to sit in, man. And the people were clapping and cheering. I saw another video with these two big fat. It's always these big fat black women. That sounds like Apostle Rakah. The big fat black woman with her damn weave on was talking, I guess, and some little kids heard them talking about how their wig fell off, and the little kids started laughing. Tell me why the big fat black woman started cussing the kids out and said, I beat up kids too. They had to call security on her big uncouth ass, man. So like I said, can't bring niggas anywhere. They said they're fucking up everyone's peace. And like I said, when you go on a Carnival cruise, you just really want to go and relax, man. You want to chill, but you can't do that when niggas are there. It says it's not racist to point out observable facts. And the viral black fatigue discussion is not something that can be easily dismissed. it's not just whites complaining, it's everyone, including other black people, right? See, but we, even other niggas is complaining. Look at this shit, man. Look at these niggas. Maybe I'll play a little bit of this, man.
Up the price point. You have to price them out.
There we go. They want family, bro. That's what they're looking for. They don't want no club life on the damn cruise.
Let's see.
The trend here, if we type in carnival fights, do we see another demographic of people fighting?
No.
You type in carnival fights, all you see is dreadlocks. Look at this shit. Look. Big fat black pork eating crab sucking niggas are on these ships, man. Animals, man. Niggas. Look at that shit. Look. The nigga woman. Look. The nigga woman. Look.
It's over 100 videos.
Look at the nigga woman.
That was pretty violent.
Yeah. Man, you can't take. Look.
I mean, hey, man.
Look at these niggas, man.
Crazy.
See that again.
This look like no home training right here, though. This is pretty.
Look at the nigga woman. You know she want to get involved.
It's over 100 videos. Oh my God. Okay, that was pretty violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. I mean, hey, man. It's over hundreds and hundreds of videos, man.
It's so many videos.
And I mean, hey, let's. Is it a trend here? If we type in carnival fights, do we see another demographic of people fighting?
No.
Absolutely
that's
not, buddy.
That's the sad part about it, buddy.
Absolutely not.
What's that right there?
Look at
this one super viral.
I remember this one. I've seen this one.
Yeah, it get like that, y'all. We ain't gonna run down, man.
What's it?
Y'all, look, guys.
Damn.
We ain't gotta explain it. Everybody already know. Carnival double down on it. Say, yeah, black artists. We said no music.
All right, bro.
You
don't gotta do all that.
Monkeys is crazy.
Well, that's what the fuck they are. Look at this. Look.
Yeah, I can't have my kids. Like, imagine walking with your kids do that.
So with Carnival, we just seen what Carnival
That's crazy.
So you saw that's just a couple of clips, man. Nobody wants you niggas around, man. You just see. That's why black culture is a sickness. It's nasty. It's disgusting. Hey, and the Lord's getting ready to get rid of it. Even these three J's, even you can hear the disgust in their voice, man. See, and you can't go anywhere. It says ghetto behavior is an epidemic and intolerable. You see? And guess what? Ultimately, ultimately you can blame the so-called white man. He created niggas, man. He gave you this culture. He gave you rap music. He gave you this low vibrational culture. And now, look, everywhere it goes, it just ruins everybody's peace, man. It says ghetto behavior is an epidemic and intolerable. So much so that corporations are starting to take notice and calculate the cost-benefit ratio of marketing to the fatigue subset. Of course, they won't say it outright, nor do they need to. Carnival Cruise Line has become a magnet for black vacationers largely due to deep discounts on 3 to 5 day tickets. Yeah, look, the average cost per passenger was around $168. The cost was even higher depending on the ship and the destination. In 2025, that average cost is as low as $50 per passenger per night. Oh boy, yeah, you just asking for it. The damage done to travel-related industries because of the pandemic lockdown is often blamed for the price cuts. The cruise has also garnered a reputation as a block party on the water, with many black customers expecting some rowdiness as part of the experience. Like I said, that's why that black nigga woman smuggled a pistol up on the goddamn boat. Ugh, disgusting. Look at this. It says zero tolerance on smoking marijuana on board ships. Minors cannot be in public areas without a parent after 1 a.m. And you know niggas is doing that. Look at this. Personal folding fans and boots on the ground line dance are banned. Bluetooth speakers in public areas are banned due to loud music disrupting others. Disruptive guests can be removed without a refund, possibly fine. Numerous customers claim that Carnival DJs will no longer play rap music, though Carnival denies this. Or they shouldn't play rap music because we know the vibration that shit holds. We know the type of behavior that it, the effect it has on these coons, man. You see? What else is in here? It says others argue that the new rules are not racially motivated and are simply designed to make assholes feel less welcome. Shit, it is. It says common complaints about Carnival Cruise include loud and obnoxious mob behavior, fighting, and a lack of cleanliness. Yeah, I told you niggas be in there nasty as shit. And a side note, whatever. What else is in here? Yeah, so. Yep. So good. Keep these ninjas out of your shit, man. And nobody wants you niggas around, man. You're just a destroyed and wicked, evil people. And this is why we say all the time, hey, man, 2/3 just got to go. This is Lamentations 4:1. How was the gold become dim? How was the most fine gold change? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. See, but we're only comparable to fine gold is when we're in obedience and we're in line with the law, statutes, and the commandments and the righteousness of the Most High. Anything outside of that, anything outside of that for our people, it causes you to be, earthen pictures, low vibrational, black, ratchet, violent, degenerate. You see, and our people still don't understand. It says the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Well, that happens when they go outside of being who they were created to be, which are the Israelites, man. And what comes with that is a particular way of carrying yourself, man. This is Jeremiah 2. It says, "Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?" Because they rebelled against the Most High. They rebelled against the righteousness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And now look at them. Like I said, and they become that degenerate plant. We just showed you on those Carnival Cruise, their degenerate behavior. Because like I said, Israelites wouldn't act like that. A righteous man of the Most High or woman of the Most High wouldn't conduct themselves in such behavior. They wouldn't be out there brawling and fighting, have all this hatred towards one another. Jake would be able to get along with peace and love and unity no matter where the hell we were at, man. But now everywhere these niggas go is fights, is arguments, is disagreements, is mean mugging, adultery, violence, wickedness, all of it, man. It says, "For though thou wash thee with nitre and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord power. How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Balaam. See thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing in her ways." Meaning that Jake, they're going every other way except the right way, which is under the obedience of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. They're Christians, they're Muslims, they're niggas, they're thugs, they're bad bitches, they're 304s, they're all these other things, man, which are all ways that's not of the Most High. So basically, they're adulterous, they're wicked spiritually, they're just caught up in every philosophy in every way, man. They're through. It says, "A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure, and her occasion who can turn her away?" Right. Hey, once Jake getting that black culture spirit, that nigga spirit like they showing on those Carnival cruises, get out the way, man. Because there ain't nothing going to stop it. They ain't going to turn it down. They're going to just turn it up and amplify it until it's going to lead to brawls. It's going to lead to somebody getting shot, somebody getting beat up, somebody getting thrown off the ship, somebody getting thrown in jail, or somebody being put to death, man. You see? It says, "In her occasion, who can turn her away? All they that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month they shall find her." Right? Because what? A nigga's gonna nig. It's only a matter of time, man. Like I said, hey, as soon as they turn on that rap music, hey, it's on and popping. Hey, that demonic black behavior is activated, and who can turn her away? Well, this is just going to be the end of 2/3 of you niggas at the end of the day. This is Zechariah 13:8. "And it shall come to pass in all the land, saith Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." You see, who's the third? The elect, that remnant. It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is my power." So good for you niggas. And they need to do this more than just on Carnival Cruise, man. Black nigga behavior should be outlawed all throughout the world, man. And anybody exhibiting this behavior, just throw them in a goddamn concentration camp. Throw them in one of these detention centers. And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do. Hey, all of these ghettos and these hood and this violent ass behavior of you niggas in Memphis and Chicago, out here in LA and wherever else you are, with these very violent and uncouth neighborhoods. Hey, Esau's, that's why he just vamped up ICE and this police state. He's getting ready to get at you niggas, man. And good for you, man. If you're not trying to repent and sincerely return back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity, with the intent of truly amending and returning from your ways and returning back unto Him and being obedient and getting discipline in your life, hey, you're going to get what you deserve, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. To the next one, shalom.